We're here at the Mingei Museum at Balboa Park in San Diego. I'm surprised at the size and the thoroughness of this exhibit. These are mostly, as opposed to the Racine exhibit, these are really more early people, some of whom are, have died or are no longer working in polymer. But these are really the forerunners, and they've done a very nice job of gathering some historic works. Some of them are kind of even crude by our today's standards, but you can see how they impacted what artists now are doing in polymer. These were the people who were developing it when it was still considered really a children's product and had no respect at all. So in this cabinet you see Maggie. Maggie's still she still does these works, these watercolor works. These were some early ones and an early pendant. Dorothy Grenolds from Michigan is next, and Dorothy's been busy with children, but it's wonderful to see her early efforts. They still stand up, which is a nice thing to see. At the bottom we have Laura Liska, who now works in fiber. But this was an early Bargello bead that Laura Liska developed. And you look now and it looks like very much like Jana Roberts-Benson's work. And more of the same, Jacqueline Lee's and Catherine Dewey's work. It's just seen in cases like these, it's just stunning. This is Margaret Regan. She still also has the crow, the raven, in all her work, which is interesting, 25 years later. But fine cane work, early cane work. And Z. Kripke, I think, is a physician from California, somewhere in San Diego, I think. And she did these petroglyphs on faux stone. That was probably the earliest faux stone in polymer that there was. I'm happy to see Marie Siegel here because Marie is the first person to use the pasta machine with polymer, and she's from California, and she's been a pioneer the whole way along, so it's really nice to see her work. This piece in the exhibit says that the artist is unknown, and so I walked up to a guard and I said, I'm wearing the earrings that match. And I just happen to be there. It's an Elise Winters necklace, I can guarantee it. So I helped them identify some of the works here. So in this case there are some terrific Jamie Allen's, and he was really early, and he had a collection of African and beads from all over the world, and his passion was to figure out how those beads had been made. And so these are polymer beads made to look primitive, made to look like early African and mostly African beads. This is also early Donna Cato, but it's much more identifiable as her current work. It's very sinewy, a little more organic, or a little more almost natural than she is now. And the Lindley necklaces she did a whole series of these, and they got fatter or skinnier in a variety of colors, but I can't remember the name of them. I think they were named after cities, but it's just phenomenal to see them here. Many of these pieces came from the collections of Nan Roche and Elise Winters and Lindley Honani and others, I'm certain. And many of the beads came from a project that Lindley started, which was a bead strand. She just encouraged people to donate a bead that they were working on to the collected bead strand, which grew to, I don't know, it was over 20 feet. I don't know how long it finally became. but it's a treat to see them in such a great setting now. They were just experiments and fun we were having back then. I'm so glad you could join me here at the Mingei Museum in San Diego to see the early pioneers in polymer clay and to see just how far we've come. There were some fabulous early examples, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thanks.